This space held me in ways I didn't even realize until I started packing it all away. For the past month, I've been in a kind of in-between, wrapping years of work into boxes. Rolling up canvases that once lived and breathed on these walls. Letting go of something that felt like a limb, my home studio. This room witnessed everything. My return to painting after years in film. The first time I dared to show my work. The nights I sat here covered in pigments, whispering grief into oil and linen. The moment my first solo exhibit, my first online gallery, the very soul of my practice all began to take shape in me, even before I had the language for it. It's strange how spaces hold memory. Not just physical memory, but some form of an imprint. Packing became its own kind of meditation. Not just sorting through materials, but sifting through moments. Visions of myself I've forgotten I'd been. Each object I touched felt like it held a pulse. Each drawer, each box felt like a conversation with the past. Corners of these rooms held echoes of breakthroughs, of breakdowns, of silence so thick it vibrated. There was a tenderness in wrapping up these pieces of my life, like tucking them in for rest. And maybe that's what this is, a laying down so something new can rise. A slow excavation of memory, a reckoning with everything I'd created, destroyed, and transformed within these walls. A ceremony of departure. And now I'm transitioning again from the cocoon of solitude to a new studio, part of a shared building with other artists, which, if I'm honest, is terrifying. I've built so much of my practice in quiet and stillness. I'm used to the intimacy of my own chaos, my own rituals. Now I'm asked to show up, to be seen and processed, not just in result, to integrate, to share walls and tea and silence, and maybe even ideas. And yet, something in me knows that this stretch, this leaning into discomfort, is necessary. It feels like an edge. And edges are where transformation happens. There's also the complexity of privilege here. I can move studios. I can make art full time. I can walk into a new space and be welcomed. That's not lost on me. And I want to hold that awareness always. Because art making isn't separate from the world, and it's deeply entangled to the systems we live in. This isn't just about aesthetics or healing or expression. It's also about refusal. Refusal to conform, to forget, to comply. I left the film industry to do this work, not just to paint, but to witness, to trace the lines of rupture and maybe imagine something beyond them. And honestly, I don't know what this next phase will look like, but I'm walking towards it with all the mess and the hope and the grief for this collapsing world we're all living in, and the quiet fire that started it all. Thank you for being here, for watching, for witnessing, for sharing time and space with me. Next week's video is all about this new studio. The setup, the first brushstrokes, the way it's already starting to shift my process. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you there, in the new space, in this new chapter, in full color. Until then, take care and bye for now.